Everyone, Aldbar here, and welcome to my Let's Play. Well, we've got now the quests, the 4 flagging quests of the Shavarath raid. And once we do all 4 quests over here, this guy will allow us to access the raid. So yeah, pick up all the quests. And let's go. Guess we go this way first. 2 of these quests have random elements to them, and 2 of them are puzzle based. So, yeah. These are some quests where you can actually get stuck here forever and never figure out how to get out. Honestly, not a big fan, and I can definitely see why some players try to avoid these quests. Activate my insurance. I mean insurance, I just mean have some hirelings set aside. Okay, so the first part of this quest, basically there's 3 floors, and each floor there's a random drop down point. It's either a portal or a hole in the floor, and you find it, you move on to the next floor. And this quest has a timer that if you exceed this timer, you fail the quest. The timer is an hour and a half. If the devs thought that you need to have an hour and a half because you might not finish it in less than that, to tell you everything you need to know about this quest. Basically, I usually go around over here and like stick to one direction, so go hug the left wall. Keep on hugging the left wall. I mean, you'll circle back around any place you've been. This place is full of traps. Some of them are very dangerous. Primarily the traps that you get stuck inside are the gelatinous cube traps, which are not fun. So yeah, this is a half random generated area. That means that it opens based on how much you've discovered already. It changes its layout based on the random input at the beginning of the quest, which is not in your control. But it's always designed that it's always completable. So if a certain place is locked, so must be that some other place is open. That's all I was trying to say. Already past back past the start. Yeah, floor number 1 usually is the fastest. Typically, it doesn't take that long to find either the portal or the drop down shaft. It feels a bit more open than other floors, but it's not like we found the. But I have found it like basically on the first room and drop down, and that was that. So it can happen. There's on the 2nd and 3rd floor, there's an a wind elemental, air elemental, whatever. And if you activate the ambient sounds, you can actually hear it through the walls and get a feel for where it is, kind of. I just keep it running around. As long as we stick to one wall and go around the hallway. Yeah, this place usually, like, these things drop gelatinous cubes. why I'm avoiding standing in it. Come on. These quests were the end game back when it came out. Cap was 20, and these were very tough quests. But now they have epic destinies, it's much easier. Back in the day, you were doing this for XP at level 19 on Elite. This was pretty tough. Hope we have better luck with the second and third floor. Yeah, it's kind of unpredictable how much time it's going to take you to do this quest. That's part of the drawback. And you can't really like memorize the layout or anything. It's just like if you get lucky, and that's that. By the way, this method of solving mazes works on most kind of mazes, but not on all mazes. On some mazes it will not work. You have a maze where there's a more than one way to do it. Like if there's a disconnected section in the middle, you can go around in infinite loops and never find the center. With this, there's only one solution. There's no multiple paths. But it means it's all connected. And there's no way to yeah. There's no way to go around in infinite circles. So just stick to one wall, either left or right, and go around, and eventually you'll find it. I have had occasionally skipped accidentally the hole in the ground and then had to go around the whole place and look for it again. Not fun. Found the hole. Now, well, level 2. Same exact thing.
Desperate sobs echo off the walls, punctuated by the occasional tortured scream. They must be from prisoners taken during one of the devil's many conquests.
Yeah, this time we get prisoners that we free if we want. I do believe if you free them, you get a extra chest at the end. I think you can also just pick the lock on it. Yeah, so always check these doors. You free the prisoners. I've never actually freed all the prisoners. Yeah, 26. There's tons of prisoners, so this quest is already long enough as it is. But always check the doors, because sometimes these doors, they go from section to section. They're not locked. The one with the prisoners are always locked. Like this one will be locked. But there'll be other doors, other places that are not. Yeah, it's funny because it's kind of like half random generated. So sometimes you get these like standalone rooms who don't really have what to connect to. They connect kind of to nothing. It's very odd. Just like a single room by itself. Locked off for some reason. Gelatinous cube. Trying to be careful not to like get turned around by accident. One of the worst parts about this quest is that if you join late, it's not like you're going to have a clear path. You still have to figure out how to get down. And it's doubtful that the players who went there before you will remember exactly where they went. because they were basically just running around until they found it. So if you join late, you'll be doing the same thing. Well, at least most of the hallways will be clear, so at least that. Locked. And another one of those locked rooms. It's a bunch of hexagons that have different sides opened up so they interconnect. Yeah, so like this gate is going to be open. I can tell right away. Rebuff. I really need to use what's it called, greater heroism, because while you're in Shavarath, everyone gets permanent greater heroism. The only thing you benefit from casting greater heroism is the spell point, not spell point, hit point temporary buff, and that kind of doesn't really last very long. Yeah, but while you are in Shavarath, you've got a permanent Shavarath, whatever. Permanent greater heroism. Why? I don't know. I hope I find a drop shaft soon. Well, that section was a dead end. Yeah, but you should resist the urge to like veer off and like, oh, let's go straight. No. If you can go whatever direction you're hugging, stay on that side. Do not change directions. Yeah, and don't assume that the doors are not openable, because if they pass through, they will open. This one doesn't pass through, will be locked. Now we can check out this area. Yeah, the worst thing is to do an entire circuit around this quest and find that you skipped like one small area, and that's the one area with the exit. So like, don't skip. Okay, come on. This takes me too much time, also it'll end up being its own video. The open. Yeah, I'm backtracking now. And time keeps on going down. Because you don't know where it is, sometimes you can like skip it like right as you drop down. If you'd gone right, you'd have found it right there. Sometimes it's like with the entirely wrong direction. Overall, not one of my favorite quests if you haven't picked up on that already. Generally, I dislike any kind of RNG. I'll tolerate a certain amount of it. When it comes to quest layout, I really don't like it. Pretty sure this time, yeah. They install these switches everywhere, and sometimes they're activated, sometimes they don't need to. But you can click on them anyways. They don't really do anything. They were just like, if there would be a gate there, it would open it up. But there is no gate. Come on. There we go. Yeah, and this drop shaft is locked until you clear out all the trash. I think it's actually the air elemental, the named one, who is the key, so to speak, to this area. There's occasionally you'll run into a like rare encounter in these hallways. There's a beholder, there's like an orathon, there's a few different like rare encounters. Anyway, level 3, this is it, final level, and we're done after that. We still have to find drop shafts for this. The monster variety changes a little bit from level to level. Supposedly it gets harder as you go down. Not really. If you are struggling on level 1, maybe come back with backup. Also, if you don't have a very good damage per second, soloing this quest is nearly impossible on the final floor, because the boss fight is kind of brutal. But we'll discuss it when we get there. It is important to clear out some of these monsters, because if not, you'll get dungeon alert and it'll just tag along and you'll never be able to get rid of it without going back and clearing it. And you don't want to do that, because you'll get turned around and will mess up your search. So far we weren't lucky on any of the levels. Maybe we'll be lucky now. I don't know. Kill the casters first, they're annoying me. Okay. Some free loot. Oh, nice. Large sulfur stone. This is a this is from the ingredients for the shroud, heroic shroud. So nice to know you can get some heroic shroud ingredients. That was a large sulfur stone. Not bad. I doubt I'll actually ever use it on this character, but you know. Never know. I might. Okay, rebuff again. Nobody's been hitting me a lot, so I don't really have enough spell points. Not that I'm complaining about it. Okay, come on. Walking around the gelatinous cube trap. You can never tell if it's activated or not. You might step on it and have a gelatinous cube drop on your head. I think it's supposed to like spawn out of the floor, rise up or something like that. Ow, let me go. Thanks. Mysterious remnants have had their values skyrocket. Making sure to pick them up at all times. Very important. Okay. Anyone wondering, because of the Sterling's remnant rush during 2026, if you got mysterious remnants, you can turn them in for some really, well, potentially some really awesome prizes. And you can use, no matter how many remnants you have, you probably can spend them all, so the more remnants, the better. Well, looks like I think we found it. Either that or we just found the boss. Yep, this is it. The air elementals are a real pain. Their knockback is crazy.
Scribbled near the chest proclaims, sealed by the free will of the unwilling.
Yeah, if you release all of the prisoners, it will open up the chest for you. Greater erosion. It's just a clicky. Whatever. Part of a set, but I'm never gonna use it.
Oppressive heat rises from this shaft. The ritual must be near.
This is it. This is the final drop shaft. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Supposedly this opens up the hole in the ground if it wasn't open already. Rebuff. Hopefully I can get a good shot of the boss before he gets activated. Starts causing mayhem. Okay, so let's get ready and let's go. Quickly get rid of all the trash. Okay, so he lays down these curse traps, and when they explode, you can't heal. So basically you want to back up and go around in circles. You don't want the trap to explode on you. And if it does, you better have remove curse. But you can see it on the floor as it swells up. It's going to explode like that. So you want to have remove curse. I'm using Panacea, which is remove curse, and remove disease, and remove poison, and remove a whole bunch of other stuff altogether. So it's a one click for all. Probably should focus on defeating him. Yeah, when it explodes, it does a bunch of damage, and it also prevents you from being able to heal. So like your health can drop very fast. Having stacks of cutter kind of saves me. I'm just moving back between two different tiles. As he charges up one, I move to the other, and that's it.
You feel Banzidu's magical energies flow harmlessly back to the ether. Your home is now safe, and Banzidu's death will leave a power vacuum for the other devils to fight over.
Well, yeah, that's it. We have defeated him. "26 minutes.
You stand before the hall of the 3rd Legion, underground home to the Devil's most deadly military unit.
Yeah, okay. So let's see which one of the quests this was. There's an Orathon over there who hasn't been activated. Fine with me. Okay, so that was this guy. Thank you. Yeah, basically, I just want to point out that if you do all 4 of these quests, you'll be flagged for the raid. Also, if you gain enough Yugoloth favor, so then you can talk to the Yugoloth patron, and he will sell you, will allow you access to this vendor. This vendor gives you alchemical potions. Now, these alchemical potions, I have this thing, Potion of Grace. This is an alchemical bonus to dexterity, but this thing only lasts 1 minute. It has no downside except for this short time. The alchemical potions you get from the Yugoloth are +2, and they last for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I forgot. Anyway, but they all have a downside. Each one of them has a specific downside, and depending on your build, it might not be worth it. Anyway, well, yeah, I think it's going to be too long to do all of them at one shot, so I think we're going to divide them up into episodes. So, well, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye.